Hey YouTube, so I'm back again. This is going to be part 2 of this week's pickups, which, like I mentioned before, was supposed to be going to be a quiet week. I didn't have much intention or any intention of buying anything specific until I found those two Blu-rays on eBay. Those, like I said, had bought with the last, not quite the last, but almost the last of my vouchers. But then on Saturday I decided to go into town. I had some parcels to post, so I posted them. Had a wander around the charity shops, found those few things, almost all of those, but not quite all of those few things in the charity shops. I thought, well, while I'm in town, I'm going to go into CEX. I'm not going to buy anything, but I'll have a look. And immediately I'd spotted a few things, but these were all together, and I was quite excited when I saw them. So I have all 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I've got the original releases of the first 4 movies, all with double discs and their slipcovers. When the 5th movie came out, I don't think I bought that immediately. When I did end up buying it, it just so happened this was the one I got from CEX, and it comes with the HMV exclusive cover, slipcover. It's just a normal Blu-ray inside, but it came with this cover. Now I was aware of these. I'd seen them in HMV 2, 3, 4, whenever it was, a few years ago, and quite liked them at the time, but never bought them. And on the shelf in CEX was the other 4. So we've got The Curse of the Black Pearl, Dead Man's Chest, The World's End, and On Stranger Tides. And I really like these covers. Like I say, inside they're just the original releases. In fact, those 3 are the exact same releases that I own, just with a different slipcover. This one is just a single disc, and the cover's very similar actually. They've done a lot of changing the artwork for that one, but it comes with the matching text on. But the one thing I really like about these is when you put them all together on the shelf, they just match so well, and each one's got its own little thumbnail, if you like. Not really, but just a little picture of Jack on each one, or almost picture of Jack on each one, certainly on the last 3. And then you've got the titles, which match so well. So I really like that. They look so much better on the shelf than the other ones, and they were cheap as well. It was like £1, £1.50, £1.50 and £2. So I thought, yeah, that'll do me. Happy with that. But I'd already spotted a few others. Again, another set. So that completes a set that's kind of started. And this completes a set that I never started. As I was slowly crawling down the rabbit hole when I saw these, I'm thinking, well, could I get just the first 2 or maybe the first 5 and start the collection? And I'm thinking, oh, they've actually almost got the first 10. And then when I'm looking, oh, that's the one that's missing from the first 10. And eventually I realised that there is a complete set here, at least up to when these came out. There are now 3 more films been released, which I don't think have had this treatment. Again, these are all HMV exclusive slips with just the normal movies inside. So we've got the Disney Pixar collection. So we're starting off with Toy Story. Then it's just the normal artwork underneath. They are numbered, and you know what I'm like, I'm a sucker for a numbered edition. So then we've got A Bug's Life. Now bear in mind, all I had to trade in was what was in my bag at the time, which was those few, and only one of them was worth any money. The last of my vouchers were sat here on this shelf. I hadn't bothered to take them, so I was really in a bind of what I was going to do. I thought, if I leave them, they're still going to be there later in the week or tomorrow or whenever. So I picked a few up. Toy Story, and in the end I thought, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm just going to get them all and suffer the consequences as and when. And actually I'm really happy I've got these, because they're great. I haven't seen every one of these, and there's probably 2, 3, maybe even 4 of these that I don't have a lot of interest in watching, but and there's some that I don't think I've seen. Well, there's some that I've seen. I've not seen 2, so 3 come to mind that I'm chuffed that I've got that I haven't seen. Finding Nemo, which I think that is the same cover as the 3D release that came with the limited slipcover, which I own, but I don't think that's numbered. Incredibles, and again these are all really cheap, sort of between I think the cheapest were £1.50, and I think the most expensive, actually there was one that was quite expensive, and the rest were like 2, 3, maybe 1 or 2 that were £4. So we've got the Incredibles, the first Cars for £2. I mean, Ratatouille, which I do already own the 2-disc edition of this with the blue case, or the blue bordered case, which is quite a nice edition. But this, I think, I want to say, is just a single disc. Oh, and some of these have still got the Disney Movie Rewards codes in them. Who remembers those? They've been defunct for what, more than 2, 3 or 4 years now. They stopped doing those, at least in the UK. As far as I'm aware, they're still active in the US. Wall-E, this one I really do like, and this was the one I got quite recently on DVD. This one is a 2-discer. Is it 2 Blu Rays? Yeah. And I was saying I thought I owned this on Blu-ray at the time when I got that DVD. I wasn't sure. Turns out I didn't. Up. This is another one that I own with the same sort of style as the Ratatouille that I've got. Once again, it's the original artwork inside. Toy Story 3. This one's a 2-disc set, I think. No, maybe it's not. Oh, it is. Again, I own this one in the original. I think it's a double. Is it double play or triple play? I'm not sure. I think it might be double play. And we've got Cars 2. Brave, one that I've never seen, and one that I'm not overly fussed on, if I'm perfectly honest. Monsters University, this one I haven't seen, although I think I've got the 3D version of this one. Again, inside is just the normal artwork. Another one I haven't seen, Inside Out. Another one I haven't seen, The Good Dinosaur. And another one I haven't seen. In fact, none of these that are left I've seen. Finding Dory. Cars 3. And finally, Coco. This one was the one that was the most expensive. again, just the standard release. So there we go. Now the very little research that I've done suggests that 19 is a complete set of these, even though what we had since then, we've had Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4 and onward. And as far as I can find out, they haven't been issued with a matching slipcover as yet. Whether that will happen, it may be, hopefully. So this is, even though it's not an incomplete, not a complete set of movies, it's a complete set of numbered slips. I'm chuffed actually now that I got them. I was kind of thinking I would probably have some kind of buyer's remorse after buying them, but actually I didn't. The whole lot I think cost me, I want to say 48 to 49 pounds, something like that, including the Pirates movies. So I reckon this whole lot probably cost me about 42, 43 quid, which is pretty good going really. Average of less than £3 each. So there we go. So yeah, really chuffed about that. Then today I received a comment on one of my most recent pickups videos regarding video games and charity shops, and is it worth getting them? And I think it's definitely worth getting them, specifically to trade in at CEX, that is. Now, you probably need to do a little bit of work, and there's definitely some knowledge needed. Now, I don't have a great amount of knowledge, but I know a little bit, and I know certainly some things when I look at them that they're probably not worth even picking up. That being said, I did learn something today. Had it not been for that comment, this pile here may never have been bought by me. When I answered, and I gave a few things that I thought would be useful knowledge, I suppose, when looking in charity shops for games. I tend to just look at Xbox One and PS4 games, at least first. Xbox 360, PS2, PS3 even. A lot of the time, the majority of the games you find in charity shops are not even worth looking at. And specifically, sports games, and even more specifically, FIFA games, unless it's literally the most recent additions. But also things like GameCube games seem to be going up in price. PS1 games are worth checking out, although CEX's database isn't up to scratch with PS1 games. Many times I've tried to scan one and it comes up as, they don't have it in their database. But that comment got me thinking, and I had a quick look after I'd thought about FIFA. Is really the last version of FIFA the only one worth buying to trade? And the answer to that is no. I did a search for the most recent, or literally the last couple of years of FIFAs, and yes, the most recent edition is definitely worth getting to trade if you can get it cheap enough. But on certain consoles, even as far back as 16 is worth getting, again, if you can get it cheap enough. And I thought, but what did surprise me, FIFA 18, I think, on the Xbox 360, trades in for 15 quid. And that, I was actually gobsmacked about that. And I think FIFA 19, which looks like it was the last one to be released on the 360, trades in for about the same price. And just coincidentally, within maybe an hour or so after that comment, I was on Facebook Marketplace having a look, and something popped up locally, a bunch of Xbox 360 games, all sports games, and I thought, I wonder. So I had a quick look, and there was, I didn't count, but maybe 16, 17. No, 20 games, all sports games for a tenner. And I sent a message saying I'm interested in 3 of the games. I told her which ones. I said, are the discs okay, and would you sell them separately? And she came back and said no. She said, I want a tenner for the lot. Now those 3 games on their own trade in for, I think, £19, something like that. So I thought, you know what, it's probably worth it. I'll get them. So I sent a message back saying, you know, I'll take them. And I went round and grabbed them, and went through them, and in total, for less than half, the trade-in value is over £34. So I was pretty happy. I checked all the discs, and the discs are, as she said, they're all brilliant. So firstly, these lot are junk as far as value. They're not worth anything, so they're going to the charity shop. So we've got Pro Evolution Soccer 6, FIFA World Cup Germany 2006, 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. These next lot, CEX don't even take anymore. We've got FIFA 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then the ones that I'm trading, in no particular order, and I can't remember exactly what each one of these is, apart from the 3 that I mentioned, 15, 16 and 17. But we've got, sorry, 16, is it 15? No, 16, 17, 18. So yeah, we've got FIFA 16, which I think trades in for 3. FIFA 17 trades in, so another one's trading for more. FIFA 17 I think trades in for 6. I'm going to have to double check these. FIFA 18 I know trades in for £15. Grid Auto Sport I believe trades in for 3. PES 2016 is a cheap one. I think it's only £1 something, £1.60 maybe. This one surprised me. I didn't think this was good trading for much at all. Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, I think it's a £3 trading, which ironically that's how much someone paid for it at one point. This is another cheap one, Duke Nukem Forever, trades in at I think £1.20. Does this one or doesn't it? And again, I'll have to check, this might be in the wrong pile. Need for Speed Shift. I'm not too sure on that one. This is the only one I'm iffy about. It does trade in, but this is a bundle copy, as it says on the front there. So there's no barcode, so I don't know if they're going to take this one. They might just say, you know, we can't take that one. I don't know. This particular game is on their site. I guess just the normal version. I'm assuming it's still the full game. I don't know. So I might not get anything for that, but we'll see. Right, so here's something I prepared earlier. So I scanned these in after I'd got home. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a £3 trade-in. Duke Nukem is actually only 40p trading. I thought it was more than that. FIFA 16, £3. FIFA 17, £6. FIFA 18, yeah, £15. Forza Motorsport 2, it's £1.20, but I don't know for sure whether that one will trade. Grid Auto Sport is £3, and yeah, Need for Speed there is £1.40, and PES 2016 £1.60. So that is a total £34.60 voucher or £22.80 cash. So for £10, I wish I could do that more often. Yeah, so yeah, I'm happy about that. It's overall it's been a good week. With that and the Battlestar Galactica I got to trade in, Green Day Blu-ray, the Wii game, the vouchers that I already still got, which only amounts to about £4. But that'll bring me over £40 vouchers. So I will be looking tonight to see which CEX I can go and visit, because not necessarily want to go into Stockton again, because although they had the Iconic Moments edition of The Mask, which I've never seen outside of HMV before. I've never seen out in the wild, and that collection is starting to, although there's a lot more to find. I think there's over 50 of those titles, with those Iconic Moments sleeves. But like I say, they've got The Mask. I don't think I own The Mask outside of that edition. Just looking at the M's in front of me. No, I don't have The Mask. So maybe I'll go in there first and grab that one and see what else is there. I don't remember anything else in there. That reminds me, with the Iconic Moments, Interstellar. They had the Iconic Moments edition of that last week for £5. I thought, well, maybe it's because it's that edition, but then it clicked to me that the discs or the cases inside are just the standard release with a new sleeve on them. So it's the same barcode. Now, the last time I looked at Interstellar in CEX, it was only a couple of quid. So how that's gone up to £5, and they've got, since then, they've had a standard edition of Interstellar in for £5. So how that's gone up, I'm not saying it's a bad movie or anything, but it's not something you expect, unless it goes out of print or a sequel comes out, to suddenly more than double in price. I hadn't thought about that since I saw it on the shelf, but it just suddenly sprung to mind there when I mentioned the Iconic Moments. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I don't believe there's anything else I saw on the shelf on Saturday that stood out to me that I have to get, other than the Skywalker Saga Blu-ray set. But I can't remember how much that was actually. It might be 40 something. I'll have to check. Let's have a look. Blu-ray, 58 quid. So they've still got it in Stockton, so it's that's a possibility. I don't like splurging, he says, having bought Battlestar Galactica, all my points on one thing, and I don't specifically need that set just yet. I'll probably wait for it to come down. I just like collecting all the different Star Wars releases, but not necessarily at 58 quid. That's probably one that I don't need to grab for just now, but who knows what else there is. But yeah, like I say, I'll have a look on here tonight and see what local shops have got things that I might want to spend me vouchers on. But that being said, I'm gonna go and say thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta. So just a quick update. It's now Tuesday. It's a day later since I recorded the video, and I was in HMV today, and I've got a little bit of footage, and as you can see, both Toy Story 4 and Incredibles 2 have now got the numbered sleeves. By the looks of it though, Onward hasn't, unfortunately, yet at least.